You need to know who you are in the Lord. Whenever you gave your heart to Jesus, there was a transformation that took place. This transformation, when God's Spirit comes inside of your spirit, you became a new creature and a new creation. Jesus comes inside of you at that point in time. And the union that you had with him is so amazing and so complete that the Bible, when he talks about, the Bible describes you in Romans 6 and Ephesians 2 and other places, that really, whatever Jesus encountered, you encountered too, because you're united with Jesus who encountered that. So the Bible would say that you're crucified with Christ in Galatians 2:20. You're crucified with Christ, or you're buried with Christ in Romans chapter 6. You're buried with him. You were raised with him. Ephesians 2:5 says that you ascended with him into the heavenlies, and now you're seated with him at the right hand of the Father. So you have to realize that you died with Christ. You're buried with Christ. Well, I've never been to the Holy Land. I never saw the tomb. It doesn't matter. But the one who was in the tomb is united with you. So therefore, whenever you gave your heart to him, now you were there because you were so united and intertwined with the one who was there. So when he died on the cross, you died there with him. You were buried with him. When he ascended, you ascended with him. And right now, you are, and this is Ephesians 2:5, and you can this is not talking about future tense, it is present tense. You are, at this moment, seated with him at the right hand of the Father. That is your current position. That is a now reality. You are there because that is how intertwined you are. So you don't ask the question, how much authority or what do I have authority over? I ask the question, what does Jesus have authority over? Because I'm walking in the authority of the one that I'm united with. So these are the things I have to know on the inside. If you want a good passage to kind of just soak in sometime, and just meditate on. Look at that passage in Ephesians chapter 1, verse 18, where he says, I pray that the eyes of your heart will be enlightened so that you may know what is the hope of his calling, what are the riches of his glory, of his inheritance in the saints, and what is the surpassing greatness of his power towards us who believe. His power that is working in us, towards us, our power. And then he goes on to describe this power. These are in accordance with the workings of the strength of his might. Verse 20, which he brought about in Christ when he raised him from the dead and seated him at the right hand in heavenly places. So therefore, this passage is saying that the power that is working within you is the same power that it took to raise Christ from the dead, raise him into heaven, and place him at the right hand of the Father. Now, how much power does it take to do that one? Let's just start with the resurrection. Let's have an earthquake. How much power does it take to do that one? You roll away a stone, and then you take a dead, lifeless body, bring it back to life, but you don't give it the old life. You give it a glorified, resurrected, eternal body. Like, how much power does it take to do that one? And then it doesn't stop there. Now we take this body, and now he ascends into the right hand of the Father and is placed at that place far above all rule, all authority, all power, all dominion, every name that is named. That's quite a few. Not only in this age, but in the one to come. Whatever's out there, he's still in charge. Like, how much power does it take to do that one? Now hold your finger up. Come on, you got to respond. Take that finger and stick it in you and say, that power's in me. You see, you will live your life with what you believe, what you know, not your head, but what you heart. I pray that the eyes of your heart, verse 18, the eyes of your heart. I want you to know this down deep. When you know that down deep, you can face anything out there because Jesus can face anything out there. The devil only operates in the places where he finds agreement. And wherever you have come into an agreement with him, with a lie, with a deception, you've now given away your authority. A lot of the deliverance process is helping believers understand where they've come into an agreement with a lie. And not just a head knowledge, but it's a heart knowledge. In other words, I know the truth with my head, but what I really believe in my heart is the lie. Because that's what, if it feels truth, if it feels true, then you've embraced it. That's what you're in agreement with.